one of those things I try to tell people when they're like, yeah, I want to be a cop. I'm like, all right, be picky. This job, like, they're hurting for cops. It's hard to get cops. So go find the department that you want and make sure it's the one you want. Yeah. Don't settle for, I want to be a cop right now. And so I'm going to take the first one that takes me. Don't
because I know some people who work at some departments and they hate it. They love the job, but they hate it at the same time because their supervisors are terrible. Their department's terrible. They have no funding, no support. And they wake up every day and they're like, I love the job. I love helping people, but I hate going to work. Yeah. Because the people I work with, and it's just, and it sucks. So,
yep.
Yeah. I'm blessed to be where we're at. I love it.
Dude, it's,
everyone tells me it's the best. Yeah. So that's why I chose it.
It is.
I talked to so many officers around the area and they're like, that is the best place to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sweet. Well, I'm going to go through with it.
It's hard for people. I call them purists, the ones that have only been where we're at.
Yeah.
And they've never really seen outside, where I've got the perspective of coming from another location where you didn't get near a training, you didn't get the support from the citizens and all that stuff. And I'm like, God, you're whining, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you're
talk down on it, but it's like, if you were anywhere else, man, you got it so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of training available. I mean, you could literally train for a year straight.
Oh yeah.
If you, as a cop, where we're at, you could, if you just kept signing up for training.
I mean, I've gotten so much training. I mean, like, I love it. It's incredible.
Yeah. So
I tell some other people, like at other departments, what we do and how much training we get. And they're like, dude, I haven't trained since the academy.
Right.
Like at all. Yeah. Minus the 40-hour in-service we're required to do. Yeah. And it's like kind of not even really.
Yeah.
You just kind of sit in a class.
I was going to say, how do you feel? Because like with 40-hour for me, I'm like, you are interrupting. I train, I do the trainings that I want, the other stuff, and you're making me do this mandatory 40 that I'm like, I don't want.
So I haven't had to do it yet.
I don't want to do this. Oh, you haven't had to do the mandatory 40 yet?
Not yet. But I've done probably 600 hours of extra training since the academy has. Yeah. Like on my books, on my credits, you can see I've done a lot.
Not to mention what we do just on the team is roll call stuff.
Yeah, weekly.
Yeah. So
I have so much training, it's insane.
That's good.
Yeah. I can already get my intermediate, so once I hit my 2 years.
Nice. Yeah, so you're just waiting on time.
Yep, I got everything set up. I got everything done. I emailed a person at the department, and she was like, "You're good. You have everything you need, all the hours, everything."
Do you get a pay bump for intermediate?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Do that shit.
And then I'm a full-time student right now.
Okay.
So I'm working on I'm going to get my bachelor's and my master's. Perfect. So that I can get my master's piece officers as soon as possible.
Yeah, because that's an extra $240.
Money, man.
Yeah, so you get $240 for your where we're at. You get $240 a month for having a master's degree, and then $240 a month for having a master peace officer certificate. And then if you're bilingual,
almost $500 a month.
If you're bilingual, then you get another $300, I think.
I should be though. I should. My stepmom's like fluent in Spanish, so
really,
she's like a translator. She's so good at Spanish. I should have done something with that, but
I want to learn sign language. I think sign language would be fun.
That would be cool.
That'd be a cool one to have. It's useful, and it's for me. I'm more.
It looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, and it looks cool. That's right. Trying to hit on girls out there.
Well, the videos of like the rap concerts where they're signing.
Oh yes.
But the rapper thinks they're like dancing, so they're like, "Let's go." And he's like, "I'm literally just doing sign language."
Yes.
It's so funny.
I like when the comedians have them. Have you seen that?
And they make them say stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. The last one I saw was, and this is not a political thing for me. It's just funny because the one for Democrat, and then I think he was saying idiot. Like, don't be an idiot. And he sees the girl saying, he's like, oh, they're signing for me. And he's like, you bunch of liberal Democrats. And then he saw the sign for Democrat, and it was very similar to idiot. I think that was the word they were using.
Oh, yeah.
So he kept going. He goes, idiot, Democrat, idiot,
and
Democrat.
It was like very similar.
Yeah. And it looks very,
that's funny.
It's fucking awesome. I was like, that's funny. So don't get butthurt about the politics. It's just for funsies.
Funny joke.
Yeah, it's for funsies.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through, I want to get to you go through the academy.
Yep.
And you are a COVID baby.
Yeah.
In a sense. You know what I mean? You went through that prior to becoming a cop. And was COVID still a thing while you were in the academy and training?
It was. So we actually had a few days off at times.
Okay.
For enough people got sick that they're like, hey, everyone mask up, or hey, we're going to do remote learning kind of thing, because it was still... You know.
Okay. Yeah. So because we've noticed, at least I've noticed, a vast difference in proactivity type police work with our COVID babies, COVID rookies, whatever you want
Yeah.
to call them, versus, you know, those that didn't have to
Mhm.
go through that. Very call answering oriented, where all they do is answer calls. And when there's not a call, they're
Sitting.
They're waiting for the calls to come out.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and different.
Just how it is.
It's
not
just how
really
it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as a police officer if that's how you want to be. It's just not my style.
Yeah.
I like to be proactive. But
I'm a mix.
yeah, some days
I love taking calls, but I
Yeah.
love being proactive.
Yeah.
I love them both.
Yeah.
I think I just love the job so much. I'm just like, I just want to do it. I just want to do
all
work.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, what was it like for you when you were out there in your FTO phase, when you were field training?
In regards to taking
COVID.
calls and COVID?
During COVID.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
No. It was kind of ending towards the academy, like in the academy.
Oh, okay.
So when I was actually in field training as an officer, it wasn't even mentioned,
Okay.
like at all.
So do you think it hurt anything in your training while you were in the academy?
Not really.
No?
I mean, because it was just class time and we were able to do it at home anyways, like on Zoom or whatever.
Okay.
So I really feel like it didn't affect anything because it was towards the beginning of the academy.
Okay.
And then at month like 2 or 3, when we started actually getting out of the classroom, it had never been mentioned again and no one got sick and we didn't have any issues with it.
Oh, okay.
So
beautiful. So
yeah, it was just the beginning of the academy. It really, maybe a speed bump, you know,
right.
nothing crazy.
But you guys still got to do your control tactics,
Everything.
defensive tactics. all
It
that
didn't
stuff.
affect any like of that at all.
Okay.
The
beautiful.
in-person training, like the actual hands-on training, it didn't affect that at all.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully.